Hey guys, that song was called "A Little Bit of Soul," and that is the Ramones cover of it, and it's off of this album, Subterranean Jungle, out in the year 1983. That's actually probably one of my favorite Ramones albums, mostly because it's like the only one I have on vinyl, and like people like me, like we prefer vinyl over CDs and stuff like that. Even though I already have I have like a lot of CDs, but like I have a lot of vinyl too. So I don't know. I just prefer that a lot over the CDs. But nonetheless, it's like one of my favorite Ramones albums ever. So it's called Subterranean Jungle. Guys should go look it up. There's a couple songs that you guys probably know. Like if you ever heard like Outsider, Psychotherapy. What's the other one? Highest Trails Above, that's the one. Yeah, those three songs are normally on a lot of greatest hits albums and stuff like that. So you guys might know that. I don't really know, but yeah. So if you guys notice, like I know this video is up a lot later than normal. Normally I upload these around like 5 or 6, but I wasn't able to record this right away because I had to go to the mall and get a gift for my girlfriend for her birthday and stuff. So that's why I'm doing this a little bit late, but it's alright. So, this week I'm going to be talking about Kiss because their new album is coming out. It's either out or it's coming out soon, I forget, but it's called Monster. And, I haven't really looked it up all that much, but I hear it's supposed to be it's supposed to be pretty good, I was actually supposed to see Kiss in Motley Crue in September or whatever, but it was like, my uncle could have gotten me in. But then it was like all this kind of crap happened, and then like I wasn't able to go anymore and all that kind of. But I really would have loved to see Kiss. I mean, like, I don't know if this will be as good as like their later stuff. I mean, like Kiss for me is like their '70s stuff. Like I'm not even into like their '80s stuff. Like I love the '80s, but like I'm not even all that into their '80s stuff. I love their set. Like my favorite Kiss album is Dress to Kill. That's like it's like so underrated, It's like no one really knows about that one. So I don't know if you guys like want to go check out the new Kiss album or whatever. Be my guest. I mean, like I'll probably look it up in a little bit. Their hit song is called "Hell or Hallelujah." I hadn't heard it yet. I just know that's the name of the song, but apparently it's pretty good. So yeah, go look that up sometime if you're a Kiss fan or whatever. If you want to like start getting into Kiss. Because Kiss is like one of those awesome bands, that they were like, they were groundbreakers basically because they were actually people who thought, why do you have to live in like a huge city to be able to get to go to concerts and stuff like that? Because back then bands only toured in like huge cities, like Chicago and Los Angeles and stuff like that, and they wouldn't go anywhere else. And Kiss kind of came out and they went to smaller cities and stuff like that, and so kids were like happy about that because they could go see a band that was like playing locally and stuff and didn't have to deal with just being in this small unknown city. It's like, so kind of groundbreakers for that. So you got to respect Kiss. They're one of the pioneers of rock and roll, and especially with like the painted faces and stuff like that. I mean, that was a huge thing too because that was like, it was like shock rock, and then it was like nobody knew. That was the funny thing about it. Like nobody knew what they actually looked like until like the '80s when they took the makeup off and stuff. But yeah, new album called Monster came out. Well, as I said, it either came out or it's coming out in a little bit. I know if it's not out yet, it's coming out like really soon. It's gonna be in this month or whatever. So underrated albums this week. I'm gonna go like kind of quick or whatever. This week, it's a Led Zeppelin album. Zeppelin is probably one of my favorite bands ever. Talking about Zeppelin 3 this week. And Led Zeppelin 3 is so underrated. Like, not many people know a lot about it. But I think it's one of my favorite albums ever. I mean, like, because there's a lot of songs in here that nobody really knows all that well. I mean, like, everyone knows Immigrant Song, but, like, other than that, maybe Tangerine, if you guys have heard that one before, the song Tangerine. And other than that, there's really not that many hits off of here, and it's their third album. It's really good actually. It's really weird actually because like if you have it on vinyl, the first half of the album is like this really hard rock side or whatever, and the second half of the album was like this acoustic-y melody kind of stuff, and it's like really cool. So I'm actually gonna play you guys a song. It's actually the title of the new Zeppelin movie. So hang on a second, let me play it for you. Let me get to it. It's the title track of the new movie, and it's called Celebration Day.
Face is cracked from smiling, all the fears that she's been hiding, and it seems that pretty soon everybody's gonna know. And the voices say I'm shouting, shiver when it's good news, and she worries if the days are few and soon they'll have to go.
So as I said, that song was called Celebration Day by Led Zeppelin, and it's off of Zeppelin 3, as I showed you just a couple minutes ago. It's actually a really cool album cover. I mean, can't really see it all that well in this video, but like go on Google and like look it up, look at like Google Images and stuff like that. There's actually a lot of like little pictures in here you can pick out and stuff. It's like really cool, like really awesome design. So this video is actually going a little bit quicker than normal, so I'm just going to get to the birthdays for this month. I'm going to start off where I finished last week, October 13th. Paul Simon from Simon and Garfunkel turned 71, and Sammy Hagar, who was like in certain projects, you know, he was his own thing or whatever, Sammy Hagar, and then he joined Van Halen, and it kind of became Van Hagar or whatever, and he's been in other solo projects and stuff, and I think most recently Chickenfoot. He's 65. He was turned 65 on the 13th. On the 15th, Tito Jackson from the Jackson 5 turned 59. On the 16th, Bob Weir from the Grateful Dead turned 65, and Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers turned 50. On the 17th, Ziggy Marley turned 44, and today, the 18th, Chuck Berry is 86. So happy birthday to Chuck Berry. He's like a living legend right now. I mean, like he's like up there, but he still rocks. You know, he's one of the pioneers of rock and roll. He's the one that invented the duck walk. You know, like Angus Young from AC/DC does that. Yeah, that was originally Chuck Berry. He's like the greatest. Like I swear. I have a picture of him over here actually. Yeah, he's like one of the pioneers of rock and roll, along with like Elvis Presley and Buddy Holly and stuff like that. If it wasn't for them, then there wouldn't be rock and roll. So as I say every week, you know, just message me or you know whatever. Leave a comment if there's any band that you want me to talk about, and I'll try and get to it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.